That's the difference between me and you. Because while you were sitting around, waiting, doing niche, I was out, making moves.
Durag Diaries! This is exactly how I feel about my club right now. That's Arsenal talking to me. That's Arsenal talking to me. Whilst you were sitting at yard, doing nothing, I was outside, making moves. Christian Norgard, here we go. It has now been confirmed that he will be on his way to Arsenal this summer for pennies. For pennies. People know we just spoke about Norgard yesterday on talking about the opportunity that presents to bring him in as an experienced option. Give us a good number 6, a solid DM for the Thomas Frank system. But no, Arsenal heard that Thomas Frank may be making calls and they made moves. As you can see here, Fabrizio Romano has said Christian to Norgard to Arsenal. Here we go. Agreement done, club to club, after 11 million proposals. 11 million euros! Tottenham, what are you doing? This is a good signing, man. Like, you're talking about risk-free. We know the quality that he brings to the Premier League. I think one of the key reasons why Arsenal are signing him is his availability. We know with Thomas Partey, he does give you some great performances, but he's barely around for a lot of the season. He's always coming back from injury, and then you have that little 1 or 2 month period where you're like, oh, he's playing with an injury, so he doesn't look like himself. But as you can see here, the first news only come out today that they made a bid, and they've got this wrapped up ASAP. Personal terms also agreed with Norgard, set for medical. Brentford have authorized the player to travel. New midfielder to replace Thomas. Look, it's clear to see why Arsenal wanted to bring him in. Thomas Partey has looked to leave their club, as we spoke about in a recent video regarding Zubimendi being the replacement. But it looks well and truly to be that Norgard is the midfield replacement. Zubimendi and Norgard in, Partey and Jorginho out. Now, look, I'll give you guys my completely unbiased perspective. This is a very good move for Arsenal. Some people are going to talk about his age. He's 31 years of age. How long is he going to have? He's not going to have 5 or 6 years at the top level. He's not someone who's going to be here for the long-term future. But for what they need right now, for what most clubs need, I mean, for what we needed as well, you need someone who's a reliable backup, because let's have it right. He's been playing at Brentford, the first teamer for Brentford. He's not going to come in and start for a team like Arsenal or Tottenham, but he will be someone that starts a lot of games and always going to come in as the preferred option to that midfield when you're making a few rotations. He was wanted by a few teams, but due to his reliability and just building himself up in that holding midfield role over the last couple of seasons, one of the most physical midfielders that you get. He's an engine. Great at recovering the ball, tackling plays, intercepts, that defensive side of the game of breaking the game down itself. Norgard does that so well. So you can already understand how Arteta is going to use him in the system. Sort of perfect for that deep lying number 6, shielding the defense, being in front, being a pace setter with the ball, tempo setting, but also at the same time, just sweeping up, clearing up those things. Because as good as Zubimendi is, we don't know his quality and if he'll be able to adapt to the physicality of the Premier League instantly. Now, I don't question it. I think he will. But you obviously need a few different options to be able to come up against the different oppositions you're going to be playing in the Premier League and Europe. The biggest thing here more than anything is I just feel hurt. Tottenham have done nothing. Tottenham have done nothing to stop this from happening. I thought, look, first it was Mbomo, yeah? Mbomo. And it doesn't look like that's happening. Now it's Norgard. It's like, bro, can we get someone from Brentford? I know we just went and took their manager and their whole coaching staff. Can we go get one of their players? I'm sure Frank will want someone familiar to work with, whether that's Vissa now, because that's probably the next best one. We're going to have to look at a player like Vissa. But look, you know what? I don't want to focus on Tottenham. I don't want to focus on Tottenham, yeah, because I am a little bit hurt. I'm salty. I feel like this is even though it wasn't a hijack because we weren't in it, but it feels like a hijack because this was a play that I started to prepare myself for. I thought, yeah, cheap number 6. This is right up Tottenham's, right up our alley. Experience. And we talk about a guy that's played like over nearly 200 games in the Premier League. So you talk about Premier League experience as well as his actual 31 years of age. He's very experienced. It's that ability to play in that 6 spot. Forget about Tottenham. Forget about Tottenham. He's obviously also Brentford's current captain. So I also thought that would be another reason why we would want him. But look, Arsenal are signing a player that's going to improve their depth. It's a step forward from their depth, because we all know a few years ago when they had injuries into that midfield, they started to look at players like El Nene coming in, players like Jorginho, players that were finished. You now have someone was a well-respected and a solid player for that Brentford side. And yeah, man, 9 to 30 million pounds, whatever it is, 9 million plus some add-ons, whatever it is, it's pennies for the type of player that you're getting at the peak of his career, probably playing some of his best football. Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hurt, people. I'm hurt. And look, this is me being so real about it. He ticks all the boxes for a smart acquisition, a strategic move, low risk. It's like, why? Why didn't we make this move? But look, well done to Arsenal. Good move made. And it's a solid signing. Zubimendi and Norgaard. Yes, for some people, they might not be better than Zubimendi and Partey, because that's what I've seen. But ultimately, Zubimendi and Norgaard's an upgrade on Partey and Jorginho. That's what I think. I think when you look at it as a pair, I think it's definitely an upgrade. And you talk about having those players that are ready to compete at the highest level. I think these two are. So, yeah, man, look, well done to Arsenal. Some solid signings made. 11 million euros, 9 million pounds, whatever it is. It's a very, very good move, man. Look, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm hurt. You know, when I start speaking like this, I'm hurt, man. I'm hurt. Like, stressed, blood. I'm stressed. My hair's all over the place. I'm just like, yo, when are we going to sign a midfielder? Boardroom talks just yesterday. Jay was saying it perfectly. Like, I ain't awake till we sign a midfielder. I am awake because I'm here every day trying to give you guys content. But when we sign a proper midfielder, when we make our marquee signing, that's when I'm really gonna have some confidence and belief back into this team. But make sure you people subscribing to the channel. Yeah, we're on the road to 5K. We just hit 2.5. So big up to everyone for the support there. Just over the halfway mark, but we don't stop there. Let's get to 3K. We're trying to get that, say, before the end of the month. I might be pushing it. But that's the whole point of having goals. You aim high. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon, aim for the stars. Whatever the fuck it is, yeah? You know what I mean. But yeah, man. Peace out, people. Until next time, it's your boy Durag Diaries. All football content, not just a Tottenham content creator. I'm an all content creator. You know what I mean? We will be back.